Hello everyone, I'm Gamin, and today I want to share a very special chapter of my musical journey. How I went from being an audience member of Silkroad Ensemble to performing on a stage alongside Yo-Yo Ma. In 2018, I had the incredible honor of playing at the Seoul Arts Center with one of the world's most renowned cellists, Yo-Yo Ma. It was surreal because for years I had been a fan of Silkroad Ensemble, attending their concerts and dreaming of being part of that musical world. That dream came true. And from that moment on, I became even more deeply immersed in Silkroad's music. Music that embraces traditions beyond the Western classical music world. Since choosing piri as my major at National Gugak High School in 1991, I've always been passionate about exploring new music. Even while learning traditional Korean music, I always thought about new ways to express myself. Over time, the piri became more than just an instrument for preserving tradition. It became a tool for innovation and creativity. Growing up in Korea, I saw modernization and Western cultural influence shape much of society. My classical music training naturally led me toward contemporary and fusion music. But when I discovered non-Western styles of new music, especially Silkroad's approach, it resonated with me deeply. It was not just about adopting Western classical music, it was about cultural exchange and finding new ways to connect through sound. The first time I met Yo-Yo Ma in the dressing room, he greeted me with a warm smile and asked about my name, Gamin. Then he said something that has stayed with me ever since. Did you know that in French, Gamin means a street child, someone always wandering? He then looked at me and said, "Isn't that how your life has been as a musician?" His word struck me deeply because as a musician, we are always moving, constantly traveling, yet always searching for home. The documentary, The Music of Strangers, captures this feeling perfectly. It's not just about music, it's about life.
미국 뉴욕뿐만이 아니고 필라델피아 다른 지역의 투어도 가고요.
Many people ask me how I got the opportunity to perform with Yo-Yo Ma and collaborate with globally recognized musicians. My answer? It all started with one small step, one connection that grew over time. In 2016, I was invited as a faculty musician for the Global Musicians Workshop, a program that brings together artists from around the world. My dear friend, musician Kaoru Watanabe introduced me to the program as a Korean music specialist. During those 2 weeks, I met incredible musicians and I led ensembles and shared the beauty of Korean music. This program was organized by Silkroad Ensemble, and 2 years later, when Silkroad planned a tour in Asia, they invited me to perform with them in Seoul. The concert was held October 17, 2018 at Seoul Arts Center Concert Hall. And it was special concert for celebrating Silkroad Ensemble 20th anniversary. That night, I stood on a stage not as an audience member, but as a performer. And in that moment, I realized that music is truly about connections. It's about sharing, learning, and finding a home in sound. Music is more than just sound. It carries history, emotion, and the power to connect people across cultures. That's something I've learned through my journey as a musician and as a member of the Silkroad Ensemble founded Yo-Yo Ma. I had the privilege of witnessing something truly special. Yo-Yo Ma and Silkroad musicians became mentors for a day, guiding young musicians from the Onnuri Love Chamber Orchestra, which is an ensemble made up of socially disadvantaged children. These young musicians were given a rare opportunity to learn directly from some of the world's finest artists. Participating this workshop and watching their passion and growth reminded me why I do what I do, why sharing music matters. For me, music is more than just performance. It's a way to pass down tradition, tell stories, and uplift voices that need to be heard. Seeing these young musicians discover their own voice through music was truly moving. I believe music has the power to transform lives. And when we share our knowledge, our traditions, and our passion, we create a bridge to the future. That's what this project was all about. This experience inspired me to form my own ensemble Pan project. I wanted to create a space where diverse musical traditions could come together, just as I had experienced with Silkroad. Pan Project is a cross-cultural music ensemble that brings together musicians from different backgrounds, blending traditional and contemporary sounds to create something entirely new. Through Pan Project, I continue my journey of musical exchange, collaboration, and innovation. keeping the spirit of cultural connection alive. In Korean, pan has a deep cultural meaning. It refers to a gathering space, a stage for performances, and even a spontaneous musical happening where people come together to share their artistry. Pan Project embodies this spirit, bringing together musicians from different backgrounds to explore new sounds and connections. Throughout my career, I've always thought to go beyond preservation, to use my instrument piri and other Korean instruments as tools for creation and expression. Pan Project is my way of expanding these possibilities, not just for myself, but for other musicians and audiences around the world. It's a musical journey without borders. Thank you for listening to my journey. I hope my story inspires you to keep pursuing your own musical dreams, because you never know where one small step might lead. Remember, life's most significant moments often begin with a single step and a small connection. Keep exploring, keep creating, and never stop dreaming.